I thank Mr. Judy Wahyuddin, Director of Development for Cultural Manpower and Cultural Institutions, Ministry of Education and Culture, and Ms. Vivit Kasyati, Head of Borobudur Conservation Office, and also the Head of Administration Section, Mr. Hanifuddin Malik, also from BCO. And I also wish to acknowledge the great work of resource persons as well as the participants who have been selected on a very competitive basis from a number of countries to join this very important online training, which is BIOCHEMICO 2020. This training will help us give a new understanding, a new way of looking and reviving traditional indigenous ways of conservation. Over the past 20 years, the concept of heritage conservation, heritage protection has shifted from a top down, experts driven to a bottom up, grassroots level exercise. In this context, placing people's need first and community participation are imperative conditions of heritage management, which are certainly recommended by the World Heritage Committee. The notion of this concept is encouraged as stated in 5 C's of the strategic objectives of the World Heritage Convention. So, with particular attention to enhance the role of communities in the implementation of the World Heritage Convention. So, the first one is communities. Then the second C is credibility. The third C is conservation. The fourth is capacity building. And fifth is communication. So we need to remember these 5 C's. And also we need to understand that the paradigm and trend of heritage conservation are moving towards the sustainability practice, where the cultural practice and natural conservation are intertwined. Let me explain how they are. So first one, from exclusive natural assessment to more holistic natural cultural approaches. Number two, from management to the inclusion of governance of natural heritage. Number three, from scientific expert valuation to valuation by indigenous people, indigenous communities, and other traditional knowledge. And number four, tangible natural values to also including cultural, spiritual, and other intangible values. And lastly, also from applying top down legal and regulatory frameworks to bottom up right based approaches, including traditional laws, duties, and responsibilities. So, this biochemical online course will go a long way towards this movement. So, I thank all of you for attending this course, for the organizers to organize this course, and for the resource persons to give us excellent examples. In my presentation, I gave examples of the Philippines, examples from India, examples from Bhutan, also from the ASEAN region. So, certainly, these examples show the value of the traditional knowledge, the traditional practices they need to maintain, the traditional expertise in the area, and the challenges of procurement of traditional materials. While the traditional knowledge and traditional practices are labor intensive, they're not taught in schools through formal systems. So we have to think very carefully how can we maintain those practitioners, how the decent jobs can be provided, and also how we continue to contribute from culture to all the SDGs. And certainly environmental considerations also very critical while maintaining all these cultural and traditional practices to maintain the integrity of the sites. So very interesting, very important course, which will help us move a long way towards understanding the heritage in the context of the local practices, local rituals, maintaining the local expertise. So I look forward to learning more from all the resource persons. And if you want to consult more of my full presentation with the pictures from best practices from different countries. I will put a link to this presentation, and I want to also thank the colleagues working in the area of culture in UNESCO Office Jakarta for preparing excellent set of notes and the presentations, which were appreciated by all the participants. Thank you. Have a wonderful online course.